It happened at 5:30 in the morning, local time, Sunday morning yesterday. Fox News now confirming that 5 Iranian Revolutionary Guard boats came within 200 yards of 3 U.S. Navy ships. That's the Strait of Hormuz, that thin strip of water that separates the Arabian Peninsula from the country of Iran. At one point, the Iranians apparently throwing boxes into the water in front of those Navy ships. No word on what was inside those boxes, and that is when the U.S. sailors went to their guns, getting ready to open fire. They did not fire, but the Iranians sped off. No one injured in that. Chuck Nash is a former captain in the U.S. Navy, also a Fox News military analyst. Sir, thank you for your time on short notice. You have not sailed these waters. What do you make of this incident, sir?
This is actually the Iranian Navy has been coming out and challenging U.S. ships in the Gulf for years. Normally, it's done very, very professionally. There are bridge-to-bridge communications, and the rules of the road of the sea actually are adhered to. Today is different. This time, it looks like the IRGC inshore fast patrol boats came out. And what they did, Bill, that was particularly disturbing to our folks, is that they ran down, they split the formation of 3 Navy ships, ran down the sides, and then turned around and came back on either side of our guys in a very, very restricted waterway, which, as you point out, the Straits of Hormuz. It's 25 miles wide, but the shipping channel's only about 4 miles wide.
Well, Captain, let me stop you there. We were showing some videotape there of those British sailors and Marines who were taken hostage, what was it, about 7 months ago. This is what is concerning about a story like this. If these gunships are moving in and out of these U.S. naval ships, you remember the Cole in October of 2000.
Right.
The U.S. Navy is not going to allow any boat to get close to them and threaten them. This is what leads to provocation, does it not, in your view?
It does. And anytime you get forces in very close proximity to each other, you have the opportunity for somebody to make a mistake and for things to escalate. Now, I think what really needs to be stated here is that the U.S. Navy troops, our sailors, did a terrific job of maintaining their cool, but at the same time, the Iranians have to realize that if you cross a boundary, and that boundary is known only to our folks, to our sailors who are out there, you cross those boundaries, the Navy, the U.S. Navy, is not willing to take the first hit. So therefore, it's really incumbent on these people who are out there performing recklessly to keep that in mind, because if you challenge a U.S. naval warship, it is not going to go well for you.
Chuck Nash, thank you for your time, Captain. You remember that when the British had their incident, the Iranians were claiming that the Brits were on their territory and their water, and the British came out and said, no, that was not the case at all. In this case, we do believe it was all international waters that are patrolled day and night by a number of ships from various countries. Captain, thank you for your time.
My pleasure.
Good to have you on. 18 minutes past the hour. We are following this from overseas. Back to Megan now.